Okay, in this video, I'm basically gonna go over how I kind of got into my agoraphobia, in a whole. Um, so basically, earlier I told my video about my first panic attack, and I said I was gonna make a couple other videos today as well. I want this one to be about what got me into my actual agoraphobia, and I'll probably do one later on of me actually on my walk. So basically, what got me into my agoraphobia was just the fear of being in public places. Um, I think it was kind of based off the fact that my anxiety would just get so high when I would go into certain areas. As most people say in their other videos that I've seen, it usually starts out where you go into a grocery store and then you basically have to be near an exit at all times. And it basically came pretty quick to me. Um, I was actually, after my initial panic attack, I was so afraid to do anything that even doing this, the most simple things became a major issue for me. Um, I would just completely avoid going anywhere. I mean, going to the grocery store, getting my hair done, going to the dentist, anything. Basically, anything that you need to do on from time to time, I couldn't do. And I eventually, I didn't go out to restaurants. When I first started with my major anxiety, I went to restaurants and, I went out to some places, but it was very limited. There was times where I'd have to just completely stay, in the vehicle and not even be able to get out. And then it kind of fueled my anxiety by just doing that because then I wanted to go in because I didn't want to be left in the vehicle alone. Um, so yeah, basically, it kind of all started there. As far as restaurants, just like any other case, um, if I went into a restaurant, I'd have to be right next to the door. If I was not right next to the door, I could not go in. I'd go in, sit down, and then I'd feel very antsy, start panicking, and I'd get up and leave. So everything was very short lived, and honestly, I think that's safe to say that's basically how I lost a lot of my friends. They really didn't want to put up with it. They thought I was being lazy. I was told that I was being lazy. I was told that I just didn't really want to do anything. Um, and it really hurt because these are my friends that I've had forever, and they're like, you don't want to do anything, and it was very hard for them to understand, as well as my family. My family didn't really understand. My brothers, when the anxiety was really bad when I was younger, um, right after my panic attacks around 16, 17, I ended up having to drop out of school because my panic attacks became so overpowering in school. Um, so eventually, I had to drop out of school, and I felt very bad. I was very intelligent, and even though intelligence it wasn't a factor in my anxiety. Um, but I dropped out of school, and about 2 years later, my mom forced me into getting my GED, um, which I passed it with flying colors, but I wasn't really proud of myself because I felt that I could have done better, as far as getting a regular diploma. Um, so that there was a lot of different things that affect me in a certain way, and that's kind of what led me into my depression. I think that's kind of a little bit with the same with everybody. Well, different. Everybody's different. Um, so yeah, that was basically the initial issues. Um, but yeah, when your family turns against you in the aspect that they don't understand you or they think you're making up excuses. I mean, my younger brothers would tell me all the time, you're lazy, you don't want to do anything, and you're going to be a bum, and this and that. And, um, that kind of added into my depression a lot. Um, and eventually, actually, when I turned 17, I moved out. Moved out with my girlfriend, and we ended up living homeless, but that's another story. Um, so yeah, and that's basically how a lot of my initial anxiety and stuff ended up working out. Um, yeah, I can't really think of anything else to add. I mean, it's basically the same. Every case is basically the same from what I've seen. Um, So yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. It's not as long as my other video. However, I will be making a video later of me going outside and trying to take my first walk in about quite a few months, 4 or 5 months. So yeah, looking forward to that. You know, the anxiety's a little bit kicking in. Also, earlier I actually tried green tea. My roommate got some of the green tea bags, and I don't know whether it was because I was tired. I didn't really get much sleep last night. However, I've realized that I've been very, very calm today, which is not normal for me. So, you know, I'm going to keep trying out the tea and seeing if it was just the fact that I was tired or if it's actually kicking in a little bit. I mean, I've been a little bit antsy, not too bad. But yeah, so I'll keep you posted on how well that works for me. All right, bye until next time.